Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram. So as father of my Sasana, Brahmas, spiritual masters, Klavistam Vishnavasya, Bhaktivedanta, Klavistam Vishnavasya, Bhaktivedanta, all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavas present. So Yadav Prabhuji can speak a few words on Raya Ramananda Samvad. So I was speaking about this topic maybe a couple of months before. Very nice topic, Raya Ramananda Samvad. Because who is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Who is he? He is Prem Purushottam. So this Purushottam Mass, we've been hearing about these three Purushottams. Who are they? Who? You know the three Purushottams, no? Jagannath is Purushottam, but who are the three Purushottams? Prem Purushottam and the other? See, this Nirmala knows. Because he's always translating, that's why. Because when you translate, what happens is, it goes into your head, and you have to process, and then you speak it out. So you're doing Shravan and then Kirtan, so she remembers. That's why translation is very good seva. So Mahaprabhu is Prem Purushottam, and Ramchandra is Maryada Purushottam, and Krishna is Ras Purushottam, Leela Purushottam. Three kinds of Purushottam. Why is Ramchandra Maryada Purushottam? Because he is so fixed to his etiquette, to his Maryada. Ram, he even left Sita. He was so uncompromising in following Maryada that he even left his own potency, his own wife, Sita. Because one person, he told his wife, that where were you the last night? The previous night, where were you? Then this lady, she had been to her father's house. But this man, he was very critical. This man. He said, oh, you think I'm like Ram? That you've been away from the house for one night and I'll take you back. You think I'm like him? So then someone heard this and went and told Ram. So when Ram found out, he was thinking, my own subjects, my own citizens are speaking this way. So he told Lakshman that go and leave Sita in the forest. When Lakshman, he said, what wrong has Sita done? No, what has she done? Did she do anything wrong? First you made me, see, this was the second instruction that Ram gave to Lakshman that Lakshman did not like. What was the first instruction? When Sita was being brought from Lanka, then Ram, he told Lakshman, Lakshman, you start one big fire. Lakshman is saying, Prabhu, what are you saying? No. Prabhu is busy. So then Ram was saying that, Lakshman, you start one huge fire. So Lakshman said, why? Because he said, Sita has to enter inside and prove her chastity, her purity. And Lakshman is saying, Prabhu, why are you giving such orders? Sita is already so pure. No. Our father, Dasharath, he appeared and he said that not even the air can touch Sita. What is speak of Ravan touching Sita? Even the air cannot touch her. Even the rays of the sun cannot touch her. Even when it's raining, the water cannot touch her. So then what mistake has Sita done? No. So then Lakshman, he was saying this. But still Ram told Lakshman, no, you have to prepare the fire. And then when Sita, she entered inside the fire, then what happened? It was actually Chaya Sita. It was not the real Sita. Because when Ravan kidnapped Sita from this Dandakaranya, it was not actually the real Sita. It was the Chaya Sita. The real Sita had been taken away by Agnidev, the fire god. So she was in his protection, and then this Chaya Sita. Chaya means she is the semblance of this real Sita, but not the real Sita herself. So then she came with Ravan, not the real Sita. Therefore, you see, Sita, she spoke very cruel words to Lakshman. She said, "Oh, you think you can enjoy me when your elder brother dies? Never. He'll never marry you, or never do this, never do that." So this was actually Chaya Sita who spoke such cruel words to Lakshman, not the real Sita. So then when this Chaya Sita entered inside the fire, then Agnidev, he brought this real Sita. And then she was given to Ram. And then everyone there, they saw that Sita is so chaste, so pure. But Lakshman, he did not like this order of Ram. Lakshman was thinking, why is my elder brother giving such orders? And now again he gave the same order to Lakshman. Go and leave Sita in the forest. She cannot stay here. Because if my praja, my citizens are unhappy, then how can I be the ideal king? So go and leave her there. So Lakshman was saying, Prabhu, how can I do this? But still he had to. So then, here we must understand that Ram was actually fulfilling Sita's desire. Because previously, when Sita was in the forest in Dandakaranya and Chitrakoot, all these places, she wanted to serve the Rishi Maharshis so much. It was her desire. So Ram knew this desire of Sita. So therefore he sent Sita to the forest, saying, go and serve these Rishi Maharshis as much as you want. This was the real intention of Ram. So then, when Lakshman took Sita to the edge of the city, Ayodhya, then he told Sita that, oh mother. Now here you see Lakshman, he never even used to look at the face of Sita Devi. He only used to look at her feet, not even at her face. Lakshman. Like once Ram, he found one jewel of Sita that she used to put on her head, this Chudamani. He asked Lakshman, do you recognize this? Does this belong to your mother, Sita? He said, no, I cannot even recognize it. And Ram said, why not? Because I have not even looked at any part of her body except her feet. So I can recognize any ornament which is on her feet, but not on her head. So Lakshman was so devoted in his seva. So then Lakshman, looking at the feet of Sita, he said, oh dear mother, my Prabhu Ram has given me the order that I should leave you here. And when Sita heard this, then she started weeping so much, she started crying so much, saying, is it really he has given this order? Yes. And Sita, she said, alright, if it is the order of my Prabhu, then I will stay here in the forest. And then she went to the ashram of Valmiki. And Valmiki, he took care of her as he would take care of his own daughter. So Valmiki, there Sita, she started serving everyone there in the ashram. All the elderly women, all the children there, her father, Valmiki, everyone there. So therefore Sita actually, she could part with her pain. She was feeling so much separation from Ram. Yeah, see, she had a child also in the home, twins, Lava and Kush. But Ram did not know. He didn't know that she was pregnant. Neither did any of the Ayodhya Vasis know that she was pregnant. So then she went in that state to Valmiki's ashram. So here you see, even though Sita was feeling so much separation from Ram, she could divide her separation with the people living in the ashram. She could give it to all of them. But who was there to pacify Ram? There was no one there. Ram was all alone in his palace. Who could speak words to him and pacify him? Because you see in Ayodhya, there is no Sakyaras there. There is only Dasyaras and a little Vatsalyaras. 2.5 rasas. There is Shantaras, Dasyaras and like half of Vatsalyaras. Because there also you see Kaushalya, Sumitra and Kaikai, they are always praying to Ram. So who will go there and pacify Ram? No. Like Uddhav, he could speak something to Krishna because he had it in Sakya. But will Bharat and Shatrughna or even Hanuman or Lakshman sit next to Ram and try pacifying him, saying, oh Prabhu, don't feel such separation, Sita is in good hands. No one is there to pacify him. Ram is all alone by himself. And he's sleeping on the floor. He's saying, if my Sita is sleeping on the floor, I'll also sleep on the floor. He's not even sleeping on the bed. He's sleeping on the floor and he's not even eating anything except fruits and roots. He's saying, if my Shakti Sita is eating only fruits, I will also eat only fruits, nothing else. Ram is only eating these fruits, nothing. So in this way, who is there? No one is there to pass by him. But still, Ram was so insistent in following Maryada that he even left Sita. So the king left the queen, but Ram, he never left Sita. Because we know that when Ram was performing this yajna, this Ashwamedha yajna, every year he would perform this yajna, and every time what would he do? He would install one deity of Sita. Vasishtha told him that you must marry some woman, only then you can perform this yajna. Ram said, never. How can I marry? Vasishtha said, no, you'll have to marry. Ram said, no. I have made a promise, and that is to only have one wife. Who is that? That is Sita. I can never marry any other woman, any other lady. So then Vasishtha said, then you cannot do this yajna. And Ram said, no. Anyhow, you have to perform this yajna. So then they made a golden deity of Sita. And Ram himself performed the Pran Pratishtha ceremony, the installation ceremony for this deity. And then life was given to this deity. So when Love and Kush saw this deity, they went and told their mother, "Oh mother, this golden deity looks exactly like you. The only difference is that you speak and this deity does not speak, and the deity does not move." And Sita, she started weeping so much that even though Ram has sent me away to the forest, still you see, he has not actually left me. He has me by his side doing this yajna. So this way, although it seemed Ram, he left Sita, he did not actually. So this is Maryada. This is his adherence to this etiquette. He will never transgress etiquette. There is a saying that Pran Jai Varu Vachana na Jai. That Ram is ready to even give up his life, but he will not give up his word. He's made one promise, he will follow that promise the rest of his life. So this is Maryada Purushottam. Gurudev would say that Ram, Sita was away for 1 year in Lanka. And then Ram, he even left Sita at the end. But Krishna, you see, these 16,000 princesses, they were in the prison of Narakasura. No? For so many years, Narakasura had imprisoned all of them. He wanted to enjoy them. And when Krishna killed Narakasura, he told these young girls that you can go back home. He freed them. They said, no, how can we go back home? He's kidnapped us, he's having us here for so many years. No one will accept us. They said, you accept us as your maid servants. We'll all be the maid servants of your queens. But Krishna said, no, I'll not let you be my maid servants. Rather, I'll marry each and every one of you and make you my queen in Dwaraka. But this is Krishna. He is Lila Purushottam. He has so much more compassion. Now, Ram also is very compassionate, but still in this particular incarnation, he is even more compassionate. He is performing such kind of wonderful leelas. That is not to be seen anywhere else, not to even be heard anywhere else. Recently, I was listening to some classes. The Gurudev, he gave on this Venu Geet. In this Venu Geet, you see how the gopis are glorifying all the different Rajavasis. They're saying, oh, look at the Yamuna. Yamuna is so glorious that Krishna every day is bathing in her waters. And Yamuna is offering flowers at his lotus feet. Oh, look how glorious the clouds are. When Krishna is going cowherding, these clouds, they are giving him shelter from the heat. Also, when it's raining, it's cooling Krishna's body, these clouds. Oh, look how fortunate these cows are. When Krishna is playing on his flute, the cows, their ears are standing up and they're drinking this. And when they're drinking this sound of Krishna's flute, these cows are becoming so intoxicated that they're not even chewing that food, that grass anymore. It's just in their mouth. And they're just looking at Krishna like painted animals, you know, like animals in a picture you see, they're like that. Or look at these calves. Now that they're listening to Krishna's flute, they're not even drinking this milk completely. Some of this milk is falling down their mouth. So see how glorious these animals of Braj are. Look at these peacocks. They're dancing so much in ecstasy and they're giving their feather to Krishna. Look at these birds. These birds, they are sitting on the branches of these trees like munis, like sages. They're not even making any sounds. They're not even chirping anymore. They're like munis, they're only meditating on Krishna's form. So they're glorifying all the different Brajavasis. Like they're saying also, look at these Pulindi girls, these Pulindi Kanyas. Pulindis means like girls who live in the forest. So they're considered to be like low caste ladies, because they're living in the forest. So what would they do? In the morning, they will see some grass, some wet grass. And on that wet grass, they will see some kumkum. And they will see that kumkum has come from Krishna's lotus feet. Why? Because the gopis, they apply the kumkum on their chest and they request Krishna to place his feet on their chest. So then when he places his feet on their chest, the kumkum comes on his feet. So then what do the Pulindis do? Pulindi Kanyas, they will take that kumkum and put it all over their head, all over their bodies. And they would say, this passion is raging within our hearts. And by putting this kumkum all over our body, this fire, this Kamagni is going away. So in this Venu-Geet, the gopis are glorifying so many different, like we see even the trees. And the trees, when they see Krishna, what do? Honey starts coming from these trees. And the creepers, what do? The creepers, they start bowing down. It seems they're offering like some gifts at the lotus feet of Krishna. So they say, you see, the trees and creepers, also they have such prem for Krishna in Braj. So he's giving that prem freely to one and all. As Leela Purushottam in his pastimes. Everyone is giving that prem. Even Kaliya. You see Kaliya was such a nonsense. He polluted all of this water in Braj. But still, Krishna, he danced on the hoods of Kaliya and he gave prem even to Kaliya. But still, in spite of Krishna giving such prem to one and all, still there were some terms and conditions. He did not give that prem freely to everyone. He saw if the people who were receiving this prem were qualified or not. Like in the Gita he says, no, according to a person's qualification, I reciprocate. If he has given himself fully to me, then I will also give myself fully to him. If he has given himself partly to me, then I will also give myself partly to him. This is Krishna. But Mahaprabhu, he is Prem Purushottam. He gave prem to everyone without thinking of anyone's qualification. Uttamadama kichuna bachino, chachiya deleka prem. He didn't see if anyone was uttam, very advanced. He didn't see if anyone was adam, very lowly. He gave prem to everyone, whoever came in front of him. By his glance, just if his glance would fall on anyone, that person would become mad. It's called alokdam. Alokdam means by his glance. Achik means if Mahaprabhu would tell anyone, may you have prem. He told Jaya and Madai, may you have prem. Immediately they had prem. And Mahaprabhu would do kirtan. Anyone who listened to his kirtan, they had prem. And if Mahaprabhu would even think about this, if Mahaprabhu would even think, oh, such a person should have prem, he will also have prem. This is Mahaprabhu. In fact, Mahaprabhu has even made a prediction. He has said, Prithvite ache joto navaradi gram, sarvat prachar bhaive moranam. He said, as many towns and villages are in this world, my holy name shall be chanted and heard. Mahaprabhu has even made this prediction. Means what? He is blessing everyone to have prem. Because here, when we speak of the holy name, Harinam, it means Shuddhanam. And not just any Shuddhanam. Shuddhanam which is endowed with Braja Prem. Not just Braja Prem, Radha Prem. With the Prem of Srimati Radhika, Mahaprabhu has infused this holy name. So when he has made this prediction that everyone will chant my name, means everyone is getting Prem, Krishna Prem. Regardless of whoever they are, whatever they are, however fallen they are, everyone is getting this prayer. Sooner or later. So that is why Mahaprabhu, he is praying for Shobha. Like you see, Mahaprabhu, he never even killed anyone. Did he kill anyone? Never. Ram, he killed so many demons. No, like not, we cannot say kill, rather he delivered them. One name of Bhagavan is Hatari Gati Dayaka. Hatari Gati Dayaka means any demon he kills, he actually gives liberation to them. So we see in Ram's Leela, he killed Taraka, Subahu, Marichi, this Virat, then these two brothers of Ravan, what is their name? Kush. Those two brothers, Maharaj of Ravan, what is it look? Huh? Kumbhakarna and the two more, no? Who were in Nandakaranya. Huh? Karadushan. And Kumbhakarna, so many, Meghana, Akshay Kumar, killed so many demons. And Krishna, you see, when he was just 2 days old, he already killed Putana. And he killed Shakarasur, Bakasur, Ragasur, Trimarta, Keshi, Arishtasur, Vyomasur, Kansa, Bantavakara, Kalyavan, Javasan, yeah. But Mahaprabhu, did he kill anyone? Have you ever seen Mahaprabhu's Leela of killing anyone? The closest he came was to killing Jagai and Madai when he wanted his chakra. But even then, Nityananda Prabhu, he fell at the feet of Mahaprabhu and he said, oh, this is not, in your incarnation, in this incarnation, you will never kill anyone. You will kill the demoniac mentalities. This is Mahaprabhu. He's even praying to everyone. His compassion, Mahaprabhu told his Karuna Shakti, that go in any direction you want, he said. Don't think of going in this direction or that direction. He said, go anywhere you want, he said. Go anywhere you want and I will follow you, he said. I'm fully under your control. He told his Karuna Shakti, his compassion. Go in any direction you want, even blindly, he said. Don't even look, just go everywhere, he said. And I'm behind you. And she went everywhere. And she's going everywhere. And she'll go everywhere. No, this is like present continuous. Everywhere she's going, she's giving Mahaprabhu's compassion to everyone. And everyone will become a devotee in this world. This is Prem Purushottam, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even in some places where he cannot go, he sends his associates. Like during Mahaprabhu's Leelas, you see, Mahaprabhu, he sent the 6 Goswamis to Vrindavan. He said, go here and go manifest all the Leela stories of Braj. They are now lost. So then the Goswamis, they came here, they manifested all the Leela stories of Braj, and they also started the deity seva everywhere. They go in Gopinath, Madan Mohan, Radha Damodar. He sent the 6 Goswamis, and then he sent Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya to Bengal. He said, go there. He sent his other associates everywhere. And then you see Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur, he sent his disciples everywhere. Our Guru Varga, everywhere they went, delivering everyone. Like you see Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, he went to the west, and there you see, the first place he went to was the place of the hippies. Like people were so fallen. But still he went there, he did kirtan underneath one tree, and you see what happened next. He started a revolution. And everyone, people who were so habituated to eating meat, to having sexual relationships with other women, drinking alcohol, taking drugs, all these people, they changed in one day, in one night. These people, they could have been changed their entire lives. But by the association of a pure devotee, you see in one night, not to speak of one night, in 1 second they were changed. And they also became Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, Sadhus. And when they started preaching everywhere, you see the whole world became devotees. And now because of their efforts, you see now in India, so many devotees are there. No. Like now, especially in India, ISKCON is growing so much. Now they have so many centers in India, maybe nearly 1,000 centers in India they have. Because of who? Because of the disciples of Swami Maharaj. Swami Maharaj, he sent his disciples distributing books everywhere, teaching, going college programs everywhere. And they planted the seed, it grew into a huge tree, and now you see everyone is taking the fruits. So there is so much indebted to all these disciples of Swami Maharaj. By their efforts now, everyone is becoming a devotee. So this is Mahaprabhu's line. How he is giving his compassion freely to everyone. So therefore, in this 1 month that we follow, if we have truly followed to any extent, vrata means what? Vrata means you make a promise. Okay, I make this promise, every day I will listen to Harithatha. Okay, I make this promise, every day I'll attend one arati at least. Mangal arati, or this afternoon arati, evening arati. Okay, I make one promise that every day I'll chant like these many rounds, like 4 rounds, 8 rounds, or 16 rounds. Okay, I make a promise, I'll only eat Mahaprasad every day. I won't eat anything outside, only Mahaprasad. Okay, I make a promise that every day I will sleep as little as possible. So if you make a promise like this during these vratas, it is so beneficial. Even a small promise you make. Like when I was in my house, I used to think, alright, every Sunday I'll go to the temple. Every Sunday I'll go to the temple and take part in a program there. This was one promise I used to make to myself. So as far as I could, every Sunday, thinking of going to the temple. So even any small promise, if we make, then Bhagavan will be happy and give His mercy to us. So in this Purushottam Vrat, if we have followed the limbs of Bhakti, like Shravan, Kirtan, Smaran, as much as we can, then you see, we're getting the combined mercy of Ram, who's Maryada Purushottam. And what is he doing as Maryada Purushottam? He is giving us this sadachar. He is giving us this power to follow etiquette, Vaishnava etiquette. No, he's giving us this power to be serious in our devotion, not to waste our time. No. He's giving us this power to engage ourselves now. So we're getting his mercy. And we're getting the mercy of Leela Purushottam Krishna also. And we're getting the mercy of Mahaprabhu. So we're getting the combined mercy of all these 3 Purushottams. Maryada, Leela, and Prem Purushottam. In this way. So therefore these vratas are so important. So here, I was just going through this Raya Ramananda Samvad, and here, at the end, Gurudev is giving the essence of this conversation between Raya Ramananda and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So after Raya Ramananda, he sang one kirtan, then immediately Mahaprabhu he covered Raya Ramananda's mouth. Raya Ramananda was thinking, why is Mahaprabhu covering my mouth? Because Mahaprabhu said, if you sing anymore, then I lose my identity as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then I'll no longer be Mahaprabhu. I'll be Krishna himself. So you must stop. And he stopped Raya Ramananda. Then Mahaprabhu said, oh Raya Ramananda, this is sufficient. You have described the topmost limit of Sadhya Vastu, or the ultimate object of attainment. By your mercy, I have understood the different gradations of this subject matter. Because Mahaprabhu, we know, he was asking Raya Ramananda, what is the goal of life? So Raya Ramananda said, Varnashram Dharma. Mahaprabhu said, no. Then he said, Sakam Bhakti, no. Karma Mishra Bhakti, no. Gyan Mishra Bhakti, no. Gyan Shriya Bhakti, alright, Mahaprabhu said. Then he said, Dasya Bhakti. Mahaprabhu said, okay, go on. And he said, Sakya Prem, alright. Vatsalya Prem, alright. Madhurya Prem, then Mahaprabhu was very happy. He said, yes. Now you are speaking about the topmost attainment. So Mahaprabhu is saying, now with mercy, I have understood everything. So you see how merciful Mahaprabhu is. But actually, if you ask one question, Mahaprabhu is telling Raya Ramananda, by your mercy, I have understood. So the question that arises is Mahaprabhu lying? Is Mahaprabhu lying when he is telling Raya Ramananda that I didn't know all these things? By your mercy, I have understood. He is actually speaking the truth. He is not lying. Because who is Mahaprabhu? He is Vishaya Vigraha. He is Radha and Krishna themselves. No? So he cannot understand that love which is within him. He can only understand through the Ashray Vigraha. Means through Ramananda Rai, through his devotee, through Vishaka. So he's actually speaking the truth here when he's saying, I don't know anything, you know everything. This is Mahaprabhu, he's under the anugatya of his own bhaktas. If any person would come to Mahaprabhu and say, can you please speak some Harikatha to me? Mahaprabhu would say, I don't know anything. You go to Sot Namadar or you go to Ramananda Rai, you don't know everything. Like we see once one brahmachari, Pradyumna brahmachari, he came to see Mahaprabhu and he said, I want to listen to some Harikatha. Mahaprabhu said, go to Ramananda Rai. And when he went to Ramananda Rai, there, Pradyumna brahmachari, he heard from one sevak of Ramananda Rai that Ramananda Rai he's teaching some girls how to dance. He's dressing them, he's putting some makeup on these girls. Devdasis of Jagannath. These Devdasis are very, very beautiful women. This practice was continued for many, many years. But recently it was stopped. Recently. The government stopped it. Because it became polluted, this practice. So they stopped it. Because these girls were exploited. So then now they stopped. But even now maybe they are doing it like in a very secret way. These young girls, only dancing for Jagannath. So Ramananda Rai used to decorate them. You can imagine, no, he's touching every part of their body. He's teaching them how to dance in very nice ways. This, that. So when Pradyumna brahmachari heard this, he had some doubt in his heart. He was thinking, oh, what is Mahaprabhu telling me? He's telling me to listen from him. And he's teaching young girls to dance. I am brahmachari. Oh, how can this be? This is against etiquette for me. So then, no, he left. So then when Mahaprabhu saw him, he asked him, Rao Pradyumna, did you listen from Rai Ramananda? And he didn't say anything, Pradyumna. He just lowered his head down. Then Mahaprabhu, he looked at Pradyumna brahmachari and he told him, you see, even if I look at any image of a woman made out of wood, or to speak of a real woman, even if I look at any image of a woman made out of wood, I will feel some disturbance in my mind. But for Rai Ramananda, a woman and a tree, it's not different, he said. For him, no difference. Even if he looks at a woman, even if he looks at a piece of stone, he'll feel no transformation in his heart. And Mahaprabhu said, Rai Ramananda is Rai Ramananda, he said. So you see here how Mahaprabhu glorified his devotee. Mahaprabhu, he was such a strict sannyasi that once one girl was singing this Gita Govind. And Mahaprabhu, he ran to embrace her. Because he didn't know who was singing, man or woman. She was running the Govinda, he went and he said, Mahaprabhu, what are you doing? She's a lady. And Mahaprabhu told Govinda, oh, if you wouldn't have told me, then I would jump inside the ocean. But here you see Mahaprabhu, how he's glorifying Ramananda Rai. He's saying he's such a great devotee he is. So then Pradyumna brahmachari, when he heard this, immediately he fell at the feet of Ramananda Rai and he asked for forgiveness. Oh, Prabhu, please forgive me. And then Ramananda Rai, he fell at the feet of Pradyumna brahmachari and he said, you forgive me. Because the last time you came, I couldn't receive you. So I was feeling very repentant, very repentful. So then they said, both of them offered obeisances to each other and asked for forgiveness. See this etiquette, Vaishnava etiquette. And then, whatever Katha Ramananda Rai had spoken to Mahaprabhu, he spoke all of that to Pradyumna Mishra also. Pradyumna brahmachari. So therefore here Mahaprabhu is saying, by your mercy, I have understood what is the goal of life. But Ramananda Rai, what is he saying? He is saying, I am only speaking those instructions which you desire me to speak. Among my statements, I cannot understand what is good or bad. Who within these three words is so forbearing that he is not shaken upon seeing the drama enacted by your illusory potency. So you see here, Ramananda Rai, he is telling Mahaprabhu that actually I am not speaking anything myself. Whatever you are inspiring me within my heart, I am only speaking that, he said. Ramananda Rai is saying it's like you are performing a drama. There's a huge drama going on and you are the director and I am just the actor. I am only acting as you want me to act. No, I am like a parrot. If you teach the parrot something to say, the parrot will only repeat what it has been taught. So similarly, I am only repeating whatever you have told me to speak. You are the one who speaks from within my mouth. And you have also become the audience. So you are speaking through me and you are listening. by sitting in front of me. In this way. So please now hear the discussion of this most confidential sadhana. These pastimes of Radha and Krishna are extremely private. They are beyond the understanding of those associates of the Lord who have taken shelter of Dasya, Sakya and Vatsalya. They are extremely rare. No, don't think these pastimes of Radha and Krishna are very common. They are so rare that even Nanda and Yashoda, they don't know anything about these leelas. Even Nanda and Yashoda. Like sometimes Krishna, after having met Srimati Radhika in the night, in the kunjas, then when he returns home in the morning, then there are some signs on Krishna's body which like imply that he has been with Srimati Radhika the previous night in the kunja. But even then, Yashoda, she cannot understand anything. Mother Yashoda, she's thinking, oh, these boys, Krishna's friends, they're very, very naughty. These sakhas. What do these boys do? They push Krishna to the ground. Sometimes they push him in the bushes. And the bushes have many thorns. So these thorns have scratched Krishna. Therefore his body has become reddish. So then Yashoda, she takes some cloth with some water and she starts rubbing the body of Krishna. She's thinking, hey Krishna, you're so naughty. Always playing with Madhumangal, Subal, Sridham. You must be careful. But Lalita and Vishada, they know what happened the last time. So even Yashoda, Mother Yashoda does not know. Even Nanda Baba also. Like sometimes Nanda Baba, when he was feeling so much separation from Krishna, he would go to all these kunjas where Krishna would be with the gopis. He would go to all these kunjas. Sometimes he would go to Bansivat. Sometimes he would go to Giriraj. And there, Nanda Baba, he would be thinking, oh, Krishna, he was here with the gopis. He was singing, he was dancing with them. But you see here, even Nanda Baba, he does not know that Krishna is performing actually very confidential leelas with Radha and Krishna. What is he thinking? He is only thinking that these gopis are young girls and Krishna is a small boy. And these young girls and boys, they are only singing and dancing with each other. So he does not know, those in Sakyaras. No. Like sometimes, Srimati Radhika's grandmother, Mukhara Devi, sometimes she sees that Radharani, she has Krishna's pitambar on her body. So then she becomes very angry, saying, hey, Radhe, where did you get this yellow cloth from, this yellow shawl? So then she gets a little suspicious. Then what does Vishaka do? She creates some distraction and then she immediately takes that pitambar away from Krishna, from Srimati Radhika, and she covers it with a blue cloth, Srimati Radhika's cloth. So then Mukhara, she looks back and she says, oh, what did I just see? No, again there is this blue cloth from Srimati Radhika. Then she is asking the Sakhis, did you change this cloth? Initially there was a yellow cloth there, but where did this blue cloth come from? Then Vishaka, she tells Mukhara, oh, you are so old that you cannot even see the difference between a blue cloth and a yellow cloth. What happened was, when the rays of the sun were falling on Srimati Radhika's cloth, it seemed that even the blue color cloth became yellow color. Because you are so old, you cannot even see the difference. But now you see, I have closed the window, now the rays of the sun are not coming inside, so now it's again blue for you. Then Mukhara, she is saying that she's saying, yes, yes. Now I am so old, I am very old woman. I cannot see the difference. You are very clever, very intelligent. So even she cannot understand in Vatsalya. And those in Sakyava, what can they understand? Like sometimes Krishna, he is with all his sakhas in Kusum Sarovar. In Kusum Sarovar, he is taking his sakhas out, covered in cow grazing. So then he tells his sakhas, you wait one moment, and I am going outside somewhere. One moment you wait. So then the sakhas, as soon as they look away, Krishna immediately he goes away. Where? To Radha Kund. Because Radha Kund is very near to Kusum Sarovar. And there, in the afternoon, in Radha Kund, there Krishna is playing with all the Sakhis of Srimati Radhika. So then what happens? When he returns to the Sakhas, by the influence of Yogamaya, it seems that the Sakhas have only felt one moment of separation from Krishna. Although Krishna has been away from the Sakhas for so long, for like even 4-5 hours, still when he returns, the Sakhas feel that Krishna has only gone away for 1 second. And the Sakhas are saying, where were you, where were you? And Krishna is like, oh, I just had some work to do and he came back. So then the Sakhas cannot understand. Even the most intimate Sakhas of Krishna like Subal and Madhumangal. You see, Subal and Madhumangal, they even arrange for the meetings between Krishna and the gopis. Subal and Madhumangal. No. Like sometimes you see when Madhumangal is with Krishna, and when Srimati Radhika looks at Krishna, what happens with the glance? Veyun karan nipaditam skavitam shikandam. Prastham chapita vasanam rajarajasuna. Yasya sara kataksha sara radha vimuchtasya. Tam radhika paricharami kadarasena. When Srimati Radhika looks at Krishna with a sidelong glance, then the pitabha from Krishna starts falling to the ground. His peacock feather falls to the ground. And then he starts falling unconscious, and Madhumangal, he catches Krishna. He says, "What are you doing?" Mother Yashoda is looking, have some shame. No, Mother Yashoda is there, Nanda Baba is there, in front of them you are acting like this. Maintain yourself. And he catches hold of Krishna. So Madhumangal has some idea about these pastimes. But even he does not have a full idea. And Subal also. Like sometimes you see, when Radha and Krishna are in the kunjas together, sometimes it is said that the Sakhas are actually fanning Srimati Radhika and Krishna. But this is not the case actually. They are not directly present in the kunjas. What happens? There's a fan inside the kunja where Radha and Krishna are, and this fan is actually made of some tal leaves. And there's a thin string, a thin thread tied to this fan. And this fan goes out through a hole out of the kunja. And there Subal, he's sitting out of the kunja and he's pulling on this thread. And in this way, he's fanning Radha and Krishna when they are in the kunjas with their sakhis. Even though if you go to some temples, you can actually see this. If you go to this Dauji temple, near Gopur, there also you see, there's one person always pulling on this rope, a big rope, always pulling on. So I was thinking, what's happening? Then I looked inside, there's a fan actually. So he's actually fanning Dauji. Even though in some temples there's this, no electric fan, only this one. This Subal was also doing this seva for Radha and Krishna. But still he cannot enter inside the kunjas. It's very important. Because no male person except Krishna can enter inside these kunjas of Radha and Krishna. No matter how liberated they are, no, none of them, not even the Priya-Rama Sakhas of Krishna. So you see here, this prem is so confidential of Radha and Krishna that even the eternal associates of Radha and Krishna and Golok Vrindavan, they cannot understand. But still, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful, his associates are so merciful that even I speak for myself, like a fallen jiva like myself who has so many anarthas, so much lust, so much anger, greed, envy, any anartha you can think of I have. But still I have the audacity to even speak about these leelas. I have the courage to speak about these leelas. Such fallen soul of Kali Yuga. Still some idea at least we have. Now, of course I have no realization of these leelas, but still at least some idea we have now. Oh, there are such very intimate, confidential leelas of Radha and Krishna. And we can also be a part of these leelas. If we have that greed, then in one life or the other, we can also be a part of these leelas. See, at least we have that idea. Even Nanda and Yashoda don't have that idea, and we have this idea. This is the compassion of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even to the most fallen souls of Kali Yuga. Now, if you see any deity of Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu is like this. No, it's like this, he says. What does it mean? It means Golokera Prem Dhan. That wealth of Prem in Golok Vrindavan, and giving to the most fallen jivas in Kali Yuga. This is how confidential Radha and Krishna is. But still we must not take them cheaply, lightly. No? Like sometimes. Like Maharaj is saying like, if you see many devotees, they feel Giriraj is Krishna himself. Like in some temples, they paint Giriraj blue. They paint him blue, they put a flute near his mouth, they put a peacock feather on his head. Because they say he's Krishna himself. Because that's what happened. During this Leela, Krishna himself appeared as Giriraj. And he accepted everything. So they're saying that we worship him in that form. No. But still, Gurudev would say that Giriraj, if he was Krishna himself, he cannot give that prem that we want. He cannot give it. But if he was a devotee of Krishna, he could give us that prem. Gurudev would say. Why? Because the gopis, what have they said? They said he is Haridasa Mariya. He is the greatest of the servants of Sri Hari. The gopis have not said that he is Hari himself. They have said that he is Haridasa Mariya, the Ramakrishna Charana Sparsha Pramoda, who having received the touch of Baladev and Krishna, his hairs are standing up in ecstasy. So here you must know, when it says Yad Ramakrishna Charana Sparsha Pramoda, this Ram here, that actually the gopis are speaking of, is not actually Balaram. Because the gopis, they have one mood called Avahita. Avahita means they don't directly speak about their brain, they conceal that brain so that the others cannot understand. So when they speaking of Ram here, it's only a pretext. They may say Balaram, but it's not actually Balaram. Because we see one name of Krishna is also Ram. Why? Because he is Radha Raman Ram. No, he is Ramaniya Krishna. Ramaniya means he is always performing such leelas in the hearts of all the gopis, giving them so much pleasure. Therefore he is also Ram. So say Giriraj, having received the foot dust of this Ram, Radha Raman Krishna, he becomes so happy, and the Ashtasattvic bhavs are seen on him. In fact, why is Giriraj like a stone? Why is he like a stone? Because having witnessed these pastimes of Radha and Krishna, he becomes so astonished, he becomes so amazed that one of the Ashtasattvic vikaras is to become stunned in ecstasy. Now, when you become stunned, you cannot move your body, you become still. So similarly, Giriraj has become a stone, he becomes still. And all these waterfalls you're seeing are actually tears coming out of his eyes in this way. And also, if you see, Pramoda Madana Leela, Kandare Kandare, Rachati Navayuno, Sakshinim Danakele, Rajanavayuno, Bandam Asmin Namantam, Nijanikata Nivasam, Dehi Govardhanato. He's witnessing all these leelas of Radha and Krishna, like this Dankeli Leela, especially in the caves of Giriraj, Radha and Krishna are performing all their pastimes. So here, if you see, Giriraj, if he is in a male form, can he serve Radha and Krishna there? In those caves, if he is in a male form? No. But if he is in a female form, then he can serve Radha and Krishna in the kunjas as much as he wants, to the fulfillment of his heart's desire. As much as he wants, he can prepare everything for Radha and Krishna in these caves as a female. Therefore, he is addressed as Girirani sometimes. Now, it's very confidential understanding. Like you see, in Mathura, there was one very nice Giriraj, which one Babaji, he gave to Gurudev. So if you see that Giriraj Srila, he has long hair. He has long hair until here. And it's like, he has a nose ring also, if you see that. He has a nose ring and he's dressed in a sari there. He has like a dress of a sari. There you don't see him with a peacock feather. You don't see a fruit. There you see him as Giriraj. This Sarup, this Darshan. Because he has the Sarupalubandi Prem. No. When Radha and Krishna are performing all these leelas in his kunjas, that image of Radha and Krishna is stored in his heart. It's stored there in his heart. So will that image of Radha and Krishna be stored, especially those most confidential leelas, can they be stored in anyone except the maidservant of Srimati Radhika? The maidservant of Srimati Radhika, she has access to these most confidential leelas. Therefore, in that form, as a Balyadasi of Srimati Radhika, Giriraj is serving Giriraj everywhere. But still we see he is also present in one form as Giriraj also, fulfilling everyone's desires. No, like we see in Mahaprabhu's Leela, those same associates of Radha and Krishna have appeared in male forms. And at the same time in Krishna's Leela, they are also in female forms. So similarly, Giriraj also, in one form he is present in a male form, because you see he is also serving the Sakhas. He is not just serving the gopis. No, when the Sakhas are there, he is giving them such nice food to eat. No, and he is giving such nice grass for the cows. So he is also serving in that form. Because you see, even those in Vatsalanas are taking shelter of Giriraj. No, even those in Vatsalanas. No. Like sometimes we see when Krishna was lifting Giriraj on his finger, then Srimati Radhika, she was looking at Giriraj and saying that, oh, if you fall from the finger of Krishna, then I'll burn you to ashes. So which Swarup of Giriraj is she speaking to here? Giriraj or Girirani? Would Radharani ever speak to her Sakhi in that way? That, oh, if you fall from the finger of Krishna, I'll burn you to ashes. She'll never speak to her Sakhi in such a way. So this was actually Giriraj, not Girirani. So Girirani is more confidential. So this way is present in two forms. Giriraj and Girirani. But as Girirani, in that female form, he can give us that prem that even Giriraj cannot give us. He can give us that prem as a Sakhi for Srimati Radhika. Because we see three different personalities can give us that prem which we want. First, we see Yamuna Devi here. She can give us that prem. Because on the banks of the Yamuna, Radha and Krishna perform their Ras Leela. All their pastimes, like splashing water on each other, everything. So Yamuna can give us that prem. And then Giriraj, he can give us that prem. And most importantly, who can give us that prem? Lalita Devi. Lalita Devi, Radharani has given her that power, that authority. That if Lalita sees any young girl wandering in Braj, and if she finds out that that young girl wants to serve Srimati Radhika, then what will Lalita do? Immediately she'll catch that girl by her hand, saying, "Come with me." And she'll take her to Srimati Radhika. And she'll tell Srimati Radhika, "Oh Radhe, you must listen to me. This young girl wants to serve you. So make her one of your maidservants." And because Lalita has given this order to Srimati Radhika is bound to accept that young girl as her maidservant. She is bound to listen to Lalita. So these three personalities, Yamuna, Giriraj and Lalita, can give us that prem that we want. Vrinda Devi also. Gopishwar Mahadev also. See, Vrinda Devi, she is the Adhishatri Devi of Vrindavan. No, Vrinda Devi, if you don't have Vrinda Devi's permission, you cannot even enter Vrindavan. You cannot even enter Rajmandal. As for Gopishwar, he is right next to Rasastali, right next to Vamshivat. Why? Why is he right next to Vamshivat? Because Krishna is showing to us, Radharani is showing to us, that if you want to ever enter into the Rasa Leela and serve Radha and Krishna, you'll have to take shelter of Gopishwar Mahadev. Only then you can enter inside this Rasa. Right next to Rasa Leela. And Vrinda Devi, she is the Sakhi of Radha and Krishna, arranging for the meeting of Radha and Krishna. So all these different personalities, they can give us this prem. And we are so fortunate to be in the presence of these personalities. Yamuna is right here, Giriraj is right here, Lalita Devi, Vishakha, Vrinda Devi, everyone are here in this Dham of Krishna, of Radharani. So how fortunate we are that Sri Guru and Gauranga have given us this most priceless opportunity to get that prem which even Nanda Yashoda, which even the Sakhas cannot fully understand. That kind of prem we can get. That most priceless opportunity is being given to us. So how much are we trying to make use of this opportunity? No. As much as our capacity allows us to, as much as our qualification allows us to, we must make use of this opportunity. Or else, trust no future, however pleasant. You can never trust the future. No. So therefore, in this present circumstances that we are in the presence of all the devotees, we must make best use of this priceless opportunity in advance of this path of devotion. Or else, when will we get this chance again? After how many more lifetimes? No guarantee. In this life we have this guarantee. Have the association of the devotees. Don't misuse this chance. As much as you can, be in the association of the devotees. As much as we can, read the books. As much as we can, try to imbibe these books that Gurudev has given us. No. Try to imbibe these books that the devotees have given us. No. You see, Rupa Goswami's Samadhi is right here. In that very place, Rupa Goswami, he wrote Vedanta Madhav, Lalit Madhav, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Ujjwal Linamani. He entered into Samadhi in this place. He rejoined the pastimes of Radha and Krishna in his Aprakrit Sarup from this very place. Sanatana Goswami, Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, his Samadhi is right here. And if you hear, there's one Samadhi of one disciple of Prabhupada. His name is Ananda Leela Maya Vigrahaya Prabhu. He was the personal cook of Prabhupada. His Samadhi is right here. You see this big temple? This pink temple you see behind? His Samadhi is there. How many of us are going and offering pranams to his Samadhi? He used to personally cook for Prabhupada, this disciple. In fact, when he was leaving his body, Gurudev went to see him and he told Gurudev, I'm going to leave my body on Ekadashi. And on the day of Ekadashi, he left his body in front of everyone. And Gurudev and all the devotees, Vaishnavas, Prabhuji, they did Kirtan, they organized a huge feast for everyone. And his Samadhi is right here. Like, only right here, right? Like you throw a stone from here, that much distance. Like a stone's throw away, his Samadhi. So how many of us going and offering pranams there to him? No. So therefore don't misuse this opportunity. Okay, so I'll stop here. Falling at the feet of Sri Guru Vaishnavas, the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. Can only hope that one day this prem becomes a reality, not just some imagination of reality. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhyascha Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo Shri Gurudeva ki jai, Shri Gurudeva Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Param Bhakti ki jai, Mantra Krishna Yadai Gaur